It was the first chance to question the Attorney General now that the special counsel's report is public. William Barr appeared before the Senate Judiciary Committee today amid new revelations that Robert Mueller takes issue with how his work was characterized.
Well,
A growing rift between the Department of Justice and the Special Counsel's Office played out today on Capitol Hill. Attorney General William Barr defended his handling of Robert Mueller's report on Russian interference in the 2016 election.
His work concluded when he sent his report to the Attorney General. At that point, it was my baby, and I was making a decision as to whether or not to make it public.
Barr told the Senate Judiciary Committee he was surprised the report was delivered to him unredacted, complaining he and his staff had to go through the 448-page report to conceal sensitive information.
Quickly became apparent that it would take about 3 or 4 weeks.
He also criticized Mueller's decision not to reach a conclusion on the matter of obstruction of justice. Barr said Mueller first told him of that decision at a meeting in early March.
We were frankly surprised that they were not going to reach a decision on obstruction.
Less than 3 weeks later, Barr received Mueller's final report and within 2 days issued his own 4-page letter.
The March 24th letter was not a summary of the report, but a statement of the principal conclusions.
Democrats on the committee today focused their questions on both that letter and another one from Mueller to Barr, first reported Tuesday night. Dated March 27, Mueller wrote to Barr that his memo had caused public confusion about critical aspects of the probe, quoting, "This threatens to undermine a central purpose for which the department appointed the special counsel, to assure full public confidence in the outcome of the investigations."
You know, the letter's a bit snitty, and I think it was probably written by one of his staff people.
That letter seems to contradict Barr's previous testimony during an April House Appropriations hearing. The Attorney General told Congressman Charlie Crist of Florida he was unaware of any concern from the special counsel team.
Do you know what they're referencing with that?
No, I don't. I suspect that they probably wanted, more put out.
Today, Illinois Senator Dick Durbin claimed Barr misled that committee.
You couldn't recall that when Congressman Crist asked you that question a few days later?
The March 24th letter stated that Bob Mueller did not reach a conclusion on obstruction. And it had the language in there about not exonerating the president.
While most Democrats zeroed in on what happened after the 2016 election, some Republicans shifted their focus to what happened before Election Day.
Now, there was another campaign. It was the Clinton campaign.
Republican Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri argued the initial probe into the Trump campaign began with 2 FBI agents assigned to the investigation who opposed Mr. Trump.
I cannot believe that a top official of this government, with the kind of power that these people had, would try to exercise their own prejudices, and that's what this is.
Barr, for his part, said he intends to look into how the investigation began in July 2016. He did not deny President Trump or other White House officials have asked him to pursue investigations. California Senator Kamala Harris.
Seems you would remember something like that and be able to tell us.
Yeah, but I'm trying to grapple with the word suggest.
Meanwhile, there was some bipartisan concern about ongoing Russian interference in U.S. elections. Republican Ben Sasse of Nebraska.
And in a digital cyber era, you don't need a bar and a hooker anymore. You can surround people digitally much easier, and we know that we're going to be having these kinds of attacks in the future, and we need to up our game.
Delaware Democrat Chris Coons asked Barr if a candidate should notify law enforcement if a foreign adversary reaches out to the campaign.
Let's now say North Korea offers a presidential candidate dirt on a competitor in 2020. Do you agree with me the campaign should immediately contact the FBI? If a foreign intelligence service, a representative of a foreign government says, we have dirt on your opponent, should they say, I love it, let's meet, or should they contact the FBI?
If a foreign intelligence service does, yes.
We're in the middle of a we're in the middle of a...
No, we're not. We were in the middle of debate.
Barr's appearance contrasted with the proceedings happening at the same time before the House Judiciary Committee.
But...
Parliamentary inquiry, may I? Parliamentary inquiry.
Until recognized.
Parliamentary
We cannot
inquiry.
have people shouting over each other. The gentleman from
They voted on the format for their own hearing with the Attorney General tomorrow, approving extra time and giving committee lawyers the green light to pose their own questions. Barr previously raised objections to these changes, objections that the committee chair, Democrat Jerry Nadler of New York, dismissed.
I don't know what he is afraid of from questioning by staff counsel.
Repeatedly, Republicans, including Wisconsin's Jim Sensenbrenner, suggested Democrats had other motivations.
You're trying to use the procedures of an impeachment committee in doing oversight.
They also clashed over Special Counsel Mueller's March 27 letter to Barr, Maryland Democrat Jamie Raskin.
This is a pattern of outrageous obstructionism that continues the obstructionism contained in the report. I have watched.
Meanwhile, the Republican ranking member, Doug Collins of Georgia, suggested the alarm was overblown.
Even the letter the chairman mentioned today said that they were concerned about context. Nowhere in there does it say Mueller disagreed with the findings. That's not true. To say that they disagree with the findings, they didn't disagree with the findings.
As the focus continues to be on Barr and his oversight of the special counsel's investigation, there is no official word yet on when Mueller himself might testify. The NewsHour, by the way, can now confirm this evening that the Attorney General will not appear before the U.S. House Committee tomorrow.